What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back in another Division video. So with the release of 1.5 and Survival, we got a number of new named high-end weapons, one being the Famas assault rifle with once again another new, unique, and kind of strange talent on it. So we're going to take a look at it in the firing range, and then after that I'm going to go take it out into World Tier 5 against some bosses. So the Famas, the talents I have on this are Destructive, Unforgiving, and Uncomplicated. Uncomplicated is where your damage is increased by 15%, but accuracy and stability mods reduce that bonus. Actually, they take that bonus away completely, which is kind of odd because with a weapon that fires at 900 RPM, you kind of need a bit of stability to keep it from bouncing around. So you're going to get to see that here, me shooting at the target dummy. This thing has a lot of bounce and a lot of kick and a lot of recoil to it. And when I even go to try to control it, it still doesn't really make a difference. Granted, I actually do have one stability and one accuracy mod on it, roughly around 4% on one and 5.5% on the other for the percentages, so not very much, and I didn't really notice much of a damage fall off at all. And if anybody else is wondering, today is Saturday, November 26th. This is being sold at the Meat Locker for regular credits, so if you do want to pick this weapon up, it won't even cost you any Phoenix credits whatsoever. And you know what, I recommend that you do. So despite seeing that right off the bat, and one thing I do want to mention is when you go to mod this weapon and you go to put your extended magazine on it, go for magazine size with crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Rate of fire is by far not necessary whatsoever, and I'm sure you could tell from the target dummy, but you'll see more so even out here shooting at the boss. So once again, here I am in Clinton at the corner where 47th and 47th align, and the red guys aren't too much of a challenge unless you get swarmed by a bunch of shotgunners and you're not spec'd out, but I shoot them anyways. But the two bosses that are here, one being the big cleaner guy, I like to use my guns on him first, and that way I can determine whether they're worth my time, and I want to look for a better roll, as close to a god roll as I can, or re-roll the current one that I have, because it does amount up to a lot of Phoenix credits if you don't get the talent you're looking for on the first or second try. You know, then you're upwards of 300, 400, and 500, 600 credits, and that can amount to a lot. On a quick little side note, he did drop me the Infantry MG5 light machine gun. Only 50 in the magazine is kind of strange to me, but this was kind of a nice bonus that this drop happened, so a review on that is going to be on the way as well. So back to the Famas, which I think is pretty much going to be the next go-to assault rifle over the G36. The G36 is still a very popular weapon, but I find a lot of people like this, and this roll in particular is actually pretty decent. I know some people aren't too keen on things like Unforgiving, but Unforgiving, especially in World Tier 5, whether you're in the Dark Zone or PvE, it really doesn't matter, because with the enemies being a lot tougher and armor is needed absolutely everywhere, any bit of health that you lose, you get to make up that damage on the gun, having that talent. So this roll in particular on this gun I think is pretty good. So other than that, you're going to get to see me now here take on the Rioter boss, and honestly I just shred right through him. I managed to control the recoil enough. I mean, it still bounces around quite a bit, but I would say he goes down quite quickly. This type of gun, especially if you're running a build like Alpha Bridge, is something that I think would be extremely effective, and the talents as well are nothing to shy away from. It's all going to come down to how you mod it, and like I said, with the talent Uncomplicated is in a way somewhat complicated, and I find that kind of funny because once again, you saw me fire against the target dummy. You're going to get to see me fire it again in a moment here out in the open. How much this thing does bounce around. So whether you choose to use this as your primary or use it for the talents as your secondary, like I said, for something like Alpha Bridge, I'm not even running Alpha Bridge and I'm using this gun. It's all that comes down to personal preference and play style, you know. And honestly, I like the gun. I'm going to continue to use the gun when I put a Banshee build together. Most likely I will take this thing into the Dark Zone and give it a shot, you know, depending on how things go. Mostly right now I'm been focused around survival and the new weapons that dropped, the new gear set pieces that have been dropping. I'm trying to put together the D3 set, things like that. So that's why you're getting to see a PvE review only so far. But if I get a better roll on this, or I get a build put together sooner than later, then I will take this into the Dark Zone. Regardless what you want to do with this weapon, I do recommend that you pick it up. And for PS4 users, I know at this moment the patch isn't out, and that's kind of unfortunate. It's supposed to happen on Tuesday, so start stockpiling your credits so you can hit the meat locker up on Tuesday and pick this gun up, because I think if you mod it properly, then this thing will come to your advantage. So anyways guys, that's my take on it. So if you enjoyed the video, maybe consider subscribing and dropping a like. And I gotta say, lately the support has been awesome and I really appreciate that, so I just wanted to say thank you. Anyways guys, that's it for me. As always, have a good day and I'll see you in the next video.